people? Welcome to another video. Today I'll be doing something new. It's gonna be like a little segment every month, so one video out of this segment a month. If my voice sounds weird, I am currently a little bit sick, but it's okay. But I did get ready to make this video. When I get ready, like, I have more energy, so yeah. But in this segment we will be talking about serial killer icebergs, and if I look down, it's because I have all of it on my iPad. Sorry, my thing just updated, so. But yeah, all of the iceberg thingies is gonna be like every tier. So once a month it'll be different tiers of the iceberg, and yeah, I'll put a picture of it somewhere over here, and yeah. But yeah, I have everything on my iPad, so that's why I will be flipping through it like this. So for starters, y'all see it somewhere right here, and I'll put it in a link. I got it off Reddit, and then I just did, like, we're gonna talk about like the top 5 interesting facts, and if I didn't know anything about them, like they were like brand new to me, like some of them, I'll tell you like what they did, because like, yeah, if I don't know them, and I'm pretty into like serial killer type stuff, like true crime, and yeah. But all of these are gonna be like the popular, well-known ones on tier 1, and yeah. So let's first start off with Ted Bundy. So Ted Bundy thought his mom was his sister. He helped the police catch the Green River Killer, and he died weeping in his electric chair. And if you guys want to know more about Ted Bundy and everything, I know that there is a movie on Netflix, and Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy, and I was reading through like the reviews of everything, and apparently he played it really well. Like one of Ted Bundy's surviving victims said that they played it really well. However, like, people were just like, oh yeah, Zac Efron is like so good to do this. He was like all this and that, mainly focused on Zac Efron and not on the awareness of what Ted Bundy did. So there's a lot of backlash, but also it's a good movie. Or is it anyways. Jeffrey Dahmer. He wanted to build an altar out of his victims' remains. And this is the one where he was a cannibal towards his victims. His parents fought over his brain. So majority of the time when someone dies, especially like a serial killer, people want to know what's going on in their mind. So his mom, I think his mom, one of them, his mom or his dad wanted to like sell it to science, and the other one just wanted to keep it. So they were fighting over that, and yeah. I think that's pretty great. I feel like, knowing me and knowing like I'm really interested in that kind of stuff, I would honestly be curious as to what goes on in their brain and like what they're lacking or have too much of, like brain wise, cause you know, like, I learned this from school. Like, certain drugs affect your neurotransmitters to the point where, oh my god, the cat. This is Mira. This is my mom's cat. And yeah. Sorry. I didn't want her like poking here because she's very nosy. But anyways, like I was saying, so I learned from school that like certain drugs affect your neurotransmitters. So like what could happen out of your life affect your brain the way that it affects serial killers, to make them like sociopaths or psychopaths, you know? So yeah, they fought over his brain, and then he received $12,000 in donations in prison. I don't understand like how. I always got weirded out whenever I would learn that a serial killer or a murderer has like fans or whatever. And I think in these ones, a lot of them did. Like Ted Bundy had fans because apparently he was like so cute or whatever. Jeffrey Dahmer, and then the last one we're gonna talk about had fans too. But I never understood that. Like, you're freaking weird. Anyways. Oh, and his cause of death in prison was the same as how he killed his first victim. And it was like getting hit in the head. And he got hit in the head with a dumbbell, I believe. You can watch the movie on Netflix. I think it's I think it's a series. No, it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie on Netflix, and I honestly really liked it a lot. I know it was very popular. This cat, bruh. It took me forever trying to get this to stay, like, still. She's finna get kicked out, for real. Anyways. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't even know. Fuck. I think that's okay. Yeah. She left, so I guess that's good. But I can hear my dog moving around, and I feel like he's finna come in. And, yeah. But anyways, the movie on Netflix, I think it was pretty good. A lot of people did like it. I know that the actor, low-key, has like a lot of things that affected him, because he does a lot of like really bad, like, for his mental health movies, and I think it affected him from that movie, because everybody was just taking it as like a joke and not like actually watching for the awareness of everything. So yeah, I think so. That's what I read. So yeah. The next one we're going to talk about is Ed Gein, Butcher of Plainfield. He made human suits out of women. He was obsessed with his mom to the point where he crawled in his mom's skin suit, meaning he killed his mom. And he was so obsessed with her, he made a suit out of her, like out of her skin, and crawled in it. The way that I would have, like, and this one is like a known one, meaning the more we get deeper, the freaking bizarre things that these people are doing. And I would never think that obsession would go like this far. So when I read that, I was just like, oh my god. And then he would take bodies out of, so it's called exhuming. He would exhume bodies, buried bodies, and make household objects out of them. So he would, sorry, my nose is running. He would go to the cemetery, take the bodies, and go back home and make household objects. And mind you, he literally would dig tunnels under the bodies that he would bury so he can come back. And oh my god. And no one knows, like, I think on one of them, I'm sorry, I have one of her freaking hairs on my face. I think while I was reading it, they were trying to exhume his mom's body, but they were too scared to see if it was actually there or not. So they don't even know if he still had his mom's body hidden somewhere. That's how obsessed. And that's freaking crazy. like, this is why I was saying, like, I want to know what goes on in their mind, because, like, the things that they come up with to get, like, satisfaction or pleasure is honestly so freaking bizarre. But yeah, so we have a Yorkshire Ripper. He attacks women with hammers and screwdrivers, and he said he was cleaning the streets. His father exposed his mom's infidelity to his entire family. So what I think happened is his mom was unfaithful, so he thought all women were unfaithful. And when his father, so when there's a son and a mom relationship, and when you break that son and mom relationship and it's the mom's fault, and her faulting was being a cheater, and she just broke the family, the son either hates the mom or he just leaves her alone. He grew to hate the mom and all women, and so he targeted prostitutes. But most of the women that he killed, some of them weren't even prostitutes. Some of them were just women walking on the street. And my thing is, like, the way I connected it was because I've seen it in other, like, true crime things. Like, they have this bad image about women, and they take it out on every woman, because they, like, get flashbacks and get triggered, or, like, see the woman that hurt him in these women. And whenever I would watch, like, true crime stuff on that, they would literally kill the woman. They would literally kill the girl that triggered them in the first place. So I don't know if he killed his mom, but that's the only timeline that makes sense out of other, like, true crime stuff that I've watched. But anywho, he changed his name while in prison, and he was also diagnosed with severe schizophrenia, meaning he heard voices in his head. That's how crazy he was. Now, was he hearing voices while he was killing these people? I don't know. They did not say. But I don't know. Son of Sam. I did not write down his real name, so if you want to look it up, you can. But Son of Sam. So I just thought that this was honestly crazy. So there's a guy, right? There's a guy, and he literally had a neighbor. The father's name was Sam. So there's the neighbor and him, Sam, right? He was, I guess, like, an only child, because he would go to the neighbor Sam and look at him as, like, a god, as, like, a role model, instead of, like, his father or anything. And then he already had 2 sons, and so I forgot to put what he did, like, how he killed people, but it was very satanic-y, like, because he worshipped this dude Sam, and he said that, oh, Sam is telling me to kill all these people, and he's, like, my lord, and all this and that. So, and when he was younger, he had a lot of head injuries, so I guess that comes into play when we tie all this together. He was also a prolific arsonist, meaning he set a lot of fires, and I think that's, like, one of the first signs of, like, serial killer is, like obsessive over fires, killing, like, animals when you're younger, all that stuff. But yeah, his neighbor Sam had 2 sons, and then, oh, his name's David. He gave himself the nickname Son of Sam, meaning he was so obsessed with this dude and thought that he was literally his lord and everything. himself his nickname, and he would do all this killing for him. And I believe his sons died out of like a car accident, or like a year later another like accident. So yeah, I didn't do too much research on this one, just because it was just revolved around the dude and Sam. So yeah. Next one is John Wayne Gacy. So this one, I was telling y'all that this dude had a lot of fans. His paintings that I'm finna get into are literally in some celebrities' houses. Like, they've been sold for millions of dollars. And it's like, why? Like, why are you giving this dude that did so much bad stuff to people, like, representation out of that? Like, you're literally spending millions of dollars on paintings that he made while he was killing people. Wait, it's okay. It's not okay, but it's like, yep. Anyways, so he was counted for 33 murders, 1 sexual assault, 1 indecency with child, 1 kidnapping. So those are all the counts that he was charged for. He had paintings that were sold or burned. Allegedly, his last words were "kiss my ass." And it's the way that you can do all this and not be sorry. Like, I don't understand what goes on in your brain that you're not, like, sorry for anything you're doing. He buried dozens of his victims in his house, like inside his house, like the baseboards. There was so many bodies in there that it literally had no more room, and he would just be piling them up. And so the way that someone decomposes is like, have you ever seen like movies where they open up a coffin and it's like just bones? Yeah, it was like that, but everybody was like melted in together, that they literally had to separate the bodies, and it took them so long that some of them aren't even identifiable. You get what I'm saying. I don't know the word, but yeah, there was so many bodies in there that all of them were just smushed together. And yeah, I do believe that there's a Netflix documentary on him. I remember watching it on Netflix, but we'll see. But yeah, this was the last one out of tier 1. Again, I'll talk about it. I'll do each tier every month, just because I have to do the research on them, so I don't sound stupid. But I feel like I did still sound stupid, but hey, it's okay. Anyways, but yeah, this was the first episode of our new segment, the serial killer Iceberg. This was tier 1. If you guys do want to do your own research on it, I'm leaving the picture of the link of the iceberg, sorry, on the thingy down below, and comment if I got anything wrong, so if people like actually are interested in it, they can see like the actual facts instead of what I'm saying. But yeah, I hope you guys did like this. I really am interested in like true crime and serial killer type stuff, because like low-key it's what I'm studying for, kind of, sort of. Like, I do want to know what goes on in people's mind, but I want to know what triggers or what like chemical imbalance people lack to do these things. But yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna try editing this a different way, just because I feel like my editing is too boring. So we will see. I hope you guys watched it, liked it, and I hope I see you guys on the next one. Sorry for my voice, but we're on 20 minutes right now, and I feel like that's too long for you guys. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Bye.